With a pickle mind, we kick the nipple beer. Steady as a goat, we're flying over trout. Ghetto down the highway at the speed of light. All I wanna feel now is the wind in my eyes. Sack of monkeys in my pocket. My sister's ready to go. Hear the engines roll now. Idiot control now. Hideous control now. Nitty on the road now. Mini in control, wheels on fire, burning rubber tires.
Hello and welcome to the MSTieCast. I am Toby Mobius, and I am here with Joshua M., my compatriot.
Present.
Fred Fritz and Mike Hagen are not here. I think Mike is still doing stuff, and it's Easter, so he's probably with his family. And Fred is busy. He didn't give an explanation. All he said was something about Mexico and cactus juice, and that was it.
Say no more.
And the voice you just heard was that of Kittyhawk, webcomic authoress.
Thank you
I think
for
that's a
having me.
word.
Yes, authoress, comicer, sketch fiend. Yeah,
Chick with marker.
Yeah, chick with markers, yes. And I write Sparkling Generation Valkyrie Yuuki. You can check that out at SGVY. That's SGVY.com, your one-stop shop for sexy fun.
We'll put a link in the show.
Yay!
There will be a link in the show notes.
In the show notes, sorry. It'd be difficult to click on a link. Or audio. But
Well, we could like put it in like a spectrograph and kind of like a Nine Inch Nails kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Not Nine Inch Nails. Who's the one that did that? Aphex Twin.
Oh yeah.
God, that guy scares me.
That guy's awesome.
He's awesome, but he scares me.
That's why he's awesome. He scares you. And he's awesome. He scares you with his awesome.
Nine Inch Nails doesn't scare me. He's just sort of...
That's not scary at all.
That's pretentious is what that is.
Yeah, I just think of Quake. Hey, look at me! I made my own map! Yay! I just remember being a kid and playing that and like, oh, this is so cool! It's so dark! Oh, I was so young.
Now, I'm sure some people listening are wondering why we have a webcomic author on the MSTieCast, and the answer for that is actually how I met her the first time.
Yes.
I think it was 3 years ago. It was at MomoCon. It was at MomoCon 2010.
Mm-hmm.
First convention I had ever been to. No, second convention I've ever been to. First one I was cosplaying at, and I went as Dr. Forrester.
Yes.
And she was one of the few people that got it.
Of course! I was like, yay! It's Dr. Forrester! And I was like getting up and taking your picture.
Yeah. And I took your picture, and we took everyone's pictures. And
Yay! Pictures all around. It's like a family gathering. That's basically what a con is.
But with more cattails.
Oh, yeah. More cattails, more ponies, more furries.
A lot more Pocky.
Yes. Pocky. Well, I guess Pocky doesn't flow. It's sort of just... I guess it's like tumbles.
Well, I guess if you have enough of anything and you force it down one way, it will flow.
Ah, yeah. Let's see about making Pocky flow. Alright.
Next year at MomoCon, the Pocky River.
The Pocky River! Oh, man.
You get your own cookie sticks and you dip it into the chocolate river.
Like the chocolate wonderfall. The worst idea ever.
See, now I want to set up a make-your-own Pocky station at a con.
Oh,
that would be
man.
a lucrative idea.
They do
you will
make
make
like
millions.
They make like toy kits that you can do that with. So like you just buy one of those and then just set it up. There you go. And health food violation. Woohoo!
And I should point out that the Dr. Forrester costume I was wearing that year wasn't that good, especially the face. The mustache was made out of felt and spirit gum that kept coming off.
Yeah.
Because I had never applied like fake mustache before.
Oh, okay. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I immediately knew who you were. I was like, it's Dr. Forrester!
Well, I think part of that was the skunk stripe in the hair, which
Yes.
my grandmother helped put in, and the the green glasses, which were actually women's sunglasses that I just took the lenses out of.
Ah, creative.
Which I don't have anymore, and I'm sad. And I'm sorry, Josh, I keep stepping over what you're saying.
Combine that with the fact that you're not tall and lanky,
Yeah.
like Dr. Forrester.
Yeah, I could have gone as Frank, but that would have been too easy.
Do that in the you could do that as a future one.
Yeah, if I can get a Dr. Forrester.
There you go.
All you need is jeans and...
Actually, I'd probably rather
Button
be
down. Lawrence Earhart.
I'd know who you were.
He's missing.
No, he got eaten by a spider. In Earth versus the Spider.
Or did he?
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, he probably did. I like to think the mole men got him.
The mole man.
Mole people.
Mole
Oh,
people.
no, it
Yeah.
would be Mole Men. Sorry.
Mole man. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, Jerry got him, and Sylvia just watched.
They disappeared around the same time. Coincidence? And they...
Well, they came back for the Christmas party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't Earhart come back to the Christmas party?
He's doing important work.
That was like one theory that said he got promoted, and Forrester was just really mad about it.
Promoted.
I like they leave it open-ended. You know,
Yeah.
it would have been... Whereas later, they were pretty much killing everybody. They kill Frank, they kill Forrester.
I think it was to let it be open so he could come back if he wanted to, whereas later they were like, we're not coming back. Kill us!
See, I think that would have been great if they would have brought him back as the Mad instead of Pearl in the last few seasons. That would have been interesting.
But
He
I
wasn't
think-
going to come back.
He wouldn't have, but, you know, what could have been?
Yeah, but... Yeah, I would have to agree. I would have preferred Earhart. I do love Pearl. I like her a lot. I just don't like her as a bad. I just never particularly got into it. I mean, like, okay, I can kind of get into, like, you know, the Watchers and all that, but the Observers, I mean, but, like, Pearl just never worked. I'm sorry.
We talked about this a couple shows ago, and I know I said that I didn't buy it for the first, like, few... like episodes of season 8.
Yeah.
Like, because it really doesn't make sense why she's sending them the movies.
And
Well,
I guess
part of that is that she's crazy and she blames them for her son's death, even though she smothered him with a pillow.
yeah, but you know she's crazy. So, but yeah, I mean she isn't terrible. It's just when I watch it, I'm like, I don't know. It just doesn't have the same feel as like when Dr. Forrester was there. He just was delightfully evil.
Yeah, he got a kick out of it. Pearl was just like, eh.
She was sort of a job for her. I guess that's it. She just sort of, the way that like she was portrayed, it was like, oh, it's just a job. Whereas Dr. Forrester is actually enjoying everything he was doing.
Yeah, which is why the last episode does kind of bug me. She's so upset over the fact that they're free that she can't torture them anymore, and then she's like, "Yeah, Dick traded her a guitar now, whatever."
Yeah,
I'm over it.
Well, she was going to kill them in Future War, but decided against it at the last minute just because they thanked her for not killing them.
well, yeah, I remember that.
So, Kittyhawk, how did you get into Mystery Science Theater 3000?
I actually like ran into it like on accident. I think I watched it like late night one night, and I was like, what is this? And then I saw the movie because my dad was like, oh my god, you got to check out this like weird movie I'm watching. And I was like, oh, I've seen this before, and we watched it. It was awesome. And then there was a marathon when I went over to my grandmother's house, and she had Comedy Central, so I was able to watch a good bit of it, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then when I got to, but I didn't really watch a lot of it actually until I got to college, and of course, you know, having broadband internet at college, we were able to download a lot. So, you know, keep keep distributing the files. And so we had a Dreamcast that we'd play VCDs off of, so that we could watch it on the big screen television down in the basement of the dorm building.
Nice.
So yeah, it was awesome. It was like we little Dreamcast playing the VCDs, and we actually had to change the VCDs out like during the episode
because they were so big.
Yeah, so we had to. Oh, it's time for an intermission while we change the CD. So that's how I really got into it. Was just met a lot of fans, really got into it, and I fell in love with it. And I still watch riff tracks, and I especially watch Cinematic Titanic. I love Cinematic Titanic. But I got to see it. It was a riff tracks. I got to see it in the theater. The one that happened recently, that they showed recently. It was like the pirate one, wasn't it?
I can't remember what the last one was. I think the last one was Jack the Giant Killer, but
that was it. That was it. That was the one I saw. Yeah, and I saw it in the theater, and that was just epic because it was like, there they were, somewhere else, but they were right there.
What is this sorcery?
I know, and so I would really, really, really want to see a Cinematic Titanic show really, really bad. But I have actually been to a panel where they were at Dragon Con, and oh my god, they're so awesome. And there was a late night like movie showing, and Frank was there too, and he was just laughing at everything. It was just like, being in his presence is just like awesome. I'm sorry I'm being fangirl here, but I wish I had gone over and said how awesome he was. But I don't know. I probably would have exploded if I had heard the words from his mouth. End fangirl rant. I just love TV's Frank. He's just so cool.
Yeah, being a geek with no money in Atlanta, it sucks, especially when Dragon Con rolls around, because I can never go.
Yeah.
And I always want to go.
Yeah, that was, let's see, how many years ago? Because, I haven't been able to go the past few years.
Was it 2009?
Yeah, that was it. That was the last one. Yeah, because, wait, was that 2008? It was 2008, because I moved up north in 2009. That's why I couldn't go. Yeah, it was in 2008, and that was just epic. Just, and and my one of my friends from college, she dressed up as Femjoel, and he actually liked it a lot, so that was pretty cool.
Excellent.
I know. So yeah, I've been a big fan. Let's see. Well, since college, so then that was, so that's been a long time.
Yeah, I've only been into it since probably my freshman year of high school, which was about 5 years ago. So.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I'm a pretty recent convert, but when I get into something, I pretty much go full force.
Oh yeah. No, with MST3K, I can understand that, because there was a period where we were watching nothing but MST3K, pretty much every night, because we were just we'd just finally gotten a lot of the episodes had come online, so we were download. And we were just watching them like crazy. And then I think Suncoast had a sale on some of the ones that were on DVD. So we ended up buying a bunch of those. Oh, man.
Who ended up with them at the end of the day? Did you get any of those VHSs or DVDs?
I have a couple of those DVDs, I think. But I think we have all the files. We were the ones who were getting those, so I think we still have some of the VCDs, which is, I could break out the Dreamcast and watch myself some VCDs, or Hell, let's pull out the Saturn and run it on that. Man. But yeah. So I'm distributing the I guess I was distributing the tapes, except I was distributing CDs.
Mm-hmm. Of course, now they've gone. You can't. They don't want you to do that anymore.
What?
Yeah, because they don't make any money. They don't make any money off of it the way they used to make money off of it.
Oh, okay.
Because they made money. They like when it was on Comedy Central, they would just get paid to make the show.
Right.
But now that it's on video, they want you to buy it. That's my plug to the kids out there. Like,
yeah. Okay. Well,
go
I
out
do recommend. Yeah, I do recommend buying it because you will get a better quality rip than, hi, this is a 3rd gen VHS that was then converted to QuickTime Player. Enjoy!
Well, that said, like, every episode is not commercially available, and for those who can't, MST3K videos is the way to go because his quality is amazing.
Are we talking about Skyro?
Yes, Skyro Nighter on the MST3K discussion board.
Woo! Okay, I'm gonna have to check those out because, like, I do recommend getting the videos. They are better than the quality that we were watching.
They actually have a contest each month where you can win DVDs or Blu-ray versions of the episodes.
Oh man!
And if you host it, like I just did, you get 3 for hosting.
Yay!
So I just got 3 DVDs of episodes that aren't on DVD.
There you go.
Which 3?
I got 2 for myself, and I gave 1 to my friend. Can't pay him. He made a PKE meter video thing for my cell phone.
Ooh.
So I gave him Time Chasers, and which ones did I get? I know I got Revenge of the Creature, which I actually still really like. A lot of people don't seem to like that one, but I do. And EGA.
You're not supposed to sell those, Skyro.
No, EGA is out of print, so it's okay.
Not officially. Well, okay, let's end it there. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not get into this. Yeah. Anyway.
Yes. Actually, now I really want to ask you, which seasons do you prefer, the Comedy Central era or the Sci-Fi Channel era? Because I know that's very dividing amongst the fandom.
I gotta say Comedy Central era. I mean, I do appreciate in the Sci-Fi era the bump in quality, as far as the sets and all that.
Right.
But it just I guess my thing is I just like the crazy let's just do this attitude that the Comedy Central episodes have, and even the KTMA episodes have in spades. It's just it feels more let's just do this. It's got that we're into this, whereas the sci-fi episodes, and they're not bad, it's just that they've got the money, so they're kind of it doesn't feel as wacky and stupid throwing ping pong balls to simulate static. That's one of my favorite things they did. That is ridiculous. And you see the ping pong balls flying out of the screen, but it doesn't matter. Your brain just says, yes, that's static. Whereas they kind of had less of that in the sci-fi era, and I kind of missed that. We can do this with no budget whatsoever.
Yeah, the Comedy Central era episodes, they have more of a knowing,
Exactly.
We don't have a lot of money, but we're going to do the best we can. And if we get some good material out of it, even better.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess it's also I don't really have any problem with the writing. The writing is pretty good, I would say, throughout the series. It's just, I guess it's a matter of I've always heard the Joel versus Mike argument, how heated, and I've been in some of those arguments, except that I guess I'm more like, try to be like Joel and be like, I can see both ways. Now, I personally prefer Joel. I'm going to go ahead and say that, and it's because I just like his, attitude and his, hey man, let's just calm down, and like his way of humor. But I mean, there's some Mike episodes I really like, and the movie is really hilarious. I love the movie. So, I mean, I don't really, like, when it comes down to that, I don't have a preference, really. I prefer Joel just because I like his humor a little more. But, like, yeah, I do prefer the Comedy Central just because it's like, yay, fun! We have no budget! Let's just do stuff!
Yeah, I pretty much completely agree. I prefer the Comedy Central era, even though the Sci-Fi era did have a lot of very good episodes.
Oh, yeah.
I still prefer the Comedy Central era.
Yeah.
It was just more loose.
Yeah, exactly. And like, the Sci-Fi era is, like, I really like it, just, like I said, it's a little more slick, so they get to do a little bit more, which is kind of cool, but, yeah. And then even the movie, I love the movie. There's some budget in the movie, and I love the movie. It's just, you've only got Dr. Forrester, but I really, the movie is just, it's just so good. It's just got so many, like, good, what kind of shithole planet is this? Everybody has a neurosiner.
Give your Uncle Scrotor a hug.
Oh.
This is where the
Weenie
Howls
man
live.
away.
This is where the Howls live. Oh, I thought the huts would be a little bit bigger. Unless I resort to Gilligan's Island humor.
Shatner. No, we're safe.
There goes a stupid man.
Notice their large foreheads. Duh.
Wait.
The secret government Ego project. Summon Dr. Jemima.
Yeah, the movie is just chock full of awesome.
See, this
But
is
yeah.
science didn't have to have a point.
Exactly, it's nuclear! There you go! Or Radar Secret Service is awesome, because everything is radar. Radar powers everything! Radar can be used for everything!
Really makes you wonder what the hype of that, like, was that did Robert L. Lippert get some kind of, like, compensation from the government to hype their radar system?
I don't know. Like, I maybe it was, like, the nuclear, like, because, like, what year was that made in?
It
Like,
was shortly after World War II. It was like, it might have been in the 40s.
Okay, Radar
Well,
Secret.
last decade, nuclear stuff could do anything, so now it's radar. Radar is the new nuclear.
Well, it's also, like, there's uranium smugglers in that, like, I'm reading the description, and I forgot, it was radar, they were looking for uranium smugglers, which, like, I guess this was right before the nuclear craze, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then also, I forgot that was with the short Last Clear Chance.
That's
Why
a good one.
don't they look?
I think the sketch following is the best thing about that short.
Mm-hmm.
Sketch where it's like, your hot plates are fun little things, but watch out! Ah! Why don't they look, Jim? Why don't they look?
I know we were quoting that for forever after that episode. We saw that episode. Why don't they look?
And I'm thinking about the movie and how it really is just sort of the meeting between the sci-fi and Comedy Central era sensibilities, because there's more of a budget, but it still has that sort of low budget looseness. Like, you can see the strings on the Hubble, and
Yeah.
Dr. Forrester's little monster dog thing doesn't move at all,
But he puts, yeah.
and then he drops it in the
Some
boiling
kind of
water.
Sulfuric type dealy.
Yeah, it was either boiling water or, like, acid or something. Then he gets hit with a robot arm.
Then he catches fire.
And his tie gets caught in the projector.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a projector transmitting to a satellite.
Yeah, it didn't have quite as big a budget, but it was like, ooh, now we have a camera and we have sets.
Did you see
We
that?
have-
Did you see that
Huh?
movie in theaters? The Mystery Science Theater 3000 movie. Did you see it in theaters?
No, sadly, I did not see it in theaters. Now I did a few years ago find it again, and it reminded me. I did see the banner ad that they used to promote the movie when they had it out. So I did see that, but no, I didn't see it in theaters. Actually, I remember I think we rented it, and that's how we saw it, or maybe it came on like HBO.
If you had seen
Yeah,
it,
it was running on like I think it was Showtime for a while.
if you'd seen it in theaters, you would have been one of the few because they only showed it in 36. They only showed it in I think 36 theaters.
Yeah,
Because they put all their money into a movie called Barbed Wire, which is
Which,
smart.
in its defense, did feature someone attempting to kill someone else with a forklift.
Okay,
That was
I'll allow it. Oh man, no, I did. I unfortunately did not get to see it, and I do not think it was anywhere near where I live. So, oh well. I did get to see Riff Tracks in the theater, so there we go. Got to see something Mystery Science related.
I obviously didn't get to see it, Mystery Science Theater in the theater because I was. I was like.
You would have been
4 or
like
5.
2.
I was like, no.
95.
Oh, 95, yeah, I was like 2.
I would
2
have
or,
been
2 or
like
3.
4.
Dang,
Mm-hmm.
I think I was in middle school.
Yeah, my first like exposure to Mystery Science Theater was seeing it on TV. I didn't understand it, so I changed the channel.
You saw it on TV.
Yeah, in like 2002.
You
Oh,
lucky,
man.
lucky man.
But I didn't understand it. I was like, it's some black and white movie, and there are these guys at the bottom. I don't understand this, so I'm gonna watch Ed, Edd n Eddy. So.
There you go. No, I guess it's because my dad was always like into some really like weird movies that I guess when I saw it I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Okay, yeah. But yeah, also a hilarious thing is that Joel's favorite movie is The Seven Faces of Dr. Lau, which is actually my father-in-law's one of his favorite movies. And I actually sat down and watched it because he said, oh, yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. And I was like, okay, well, if Joel likes it and my father-in-law, who's pretty cool, likes it, I have to see this movie. And it actually is really good. I have to say, it's kind of weird, but it grows on you. It's really like...
Sort of like Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, exactly. If you watch that movie, you understand why Joel likes that movie. So, I do recommend the movie. It's a bit weird because, like, the guy playing Dr. Lau is not Asian, but, you know...
Tony Randall is playing him.
Yeah, it's Tony Randall, and I'm like, okay. But it is pretty good. I like it, and it's kind of goofy in its own way. So I guess that's why Joel likes it. And when he gave the speech, it was great.
Quick trivia, what's Mike's favorite movie? Anyone
Diabolique?
remember? No.
Oh, damn it, I forgot.
Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo.
There you go. Oh, Herbie.
I'm trying to think of Kevin Murphy's favorite movie because I feel like he mentioned that in his book, but I'm trying to remember.
I know he loved The Lord of the Rings, but I don't remember if he said he had a specific favorite.
He's weird about adaptations, and Lord of the Rings was one of them. I know he regarded Ferris Bueller very highly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Might be it. I don't know. Probably not. He hates Forrest Gump, apparently.
Well, Forrest Gump is just masturbation, so...
It happens.
Yeah. It's just like, hey, remember this? I mean, when I saw it, I remember, I think I got dragged to the theater to go see it. I think. And I remember watching it and going, so this is like a clip show of like all the cool things that happened.
Clip show the movie.
Yeah, it really is. And it's basically, hi, this is the Boomer Clip Show. Enjoy!
Apparently there was going to be a sequel where he was riding with O.J. Simpson and he threw the glove out the window.
There actually was a book sequel, and I think my mom described it to me, and the book is even crazier than the movie. Like, he goes to space in the book.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And that guy actually, I'm like, family lives in Fairhope, Alabama, and like they had, like, the guy lives down in Point Clear, Alabama. So like they have big to do, and it's like, okay. Oh, and I know we're getting a little off topic, but if you ever go to the University of Alabama and go to the museum where they have the crystal houndstooth hat, there's a section for Forrest Gump. Because they had so many people ask if he was real, they just decided to put up a section for him.
Forrest Gump is to Alabama like Napoleon Dynamite is to Idaho.
Yeah, so yeah, they have a section that explains Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump was not real.
Stop asking.
Yes.
Please move to the next room.
Eventually, though, I have a feeling it's going to be Forrest Gump was real.
Sort of like, God, who's that person?
Forrest Gump was Batman.
Yes. Well, who isn't Batman? Well, we all are Darkman. Because who is Darkman?
What evil lurks in the heart of men, the shadow knows.
There you go. Dark.
But the Green Hornet doesn't. Why? I still don't understand why that movie wasn't nominated for more Razzies. Or any.
Because
well, what came
Jack
out that
and
year?
Jill.
Yeah, but it still should have gotten nominated. It didn't get nominated at all.
Because Green Hornet came out last year, right? Yeah.
It's probably because it came out between
Jack
the cusp.
Yeah, Jack and Jill. Okay, Jack and Jill. I didn't see it, but I saw the Red Letter Media.
I'm waiting for the riff tracks.
I saw it. Well,
go watch the Red Letter Media review of it. It's real. Half in the Bag's review of it. And you basically learn that it is a big Carnival Cruise ad.
Huh.
Yeah, and apparently also the new Alvin and the Chipmunks movie was also one, which I laughed my ass off. I mean, like, they spent so much money on those two movies to make them ads. It was like, oh, God.
They're still not as good as The Wizard.
Oh, well, The Wizard has its charm in its own way.
It's so bad.
It's not like horrible bad. It's gone around the circle back into this is hilariously bad. When he pulls the power glove out.
Sort of like Mac and Me, which was another big
show
for food.
Oh.
We watched a big old thing about how almost all movies in Hollywood have some promotion aspect to them.
Oh yeah. I mean,
maybe not as much as Jack and Jill, but
You've Got Mail was a pretty bad one.
Which is hilarious when you consider, like, back in the day they had to beg to use any kind of like logo in the movie. Like, can I please use your logo? No. Now they're like, hey, use my logo. Put it everywhere. Like in the new Star Trek movie where there was like Nokia exists and AT&T exists. I'm like, no.
And Slusho exists.
I'm like, no. They live in a society that has gone beyond capitalism. Ah.
I learned that McDonald's will exist in the future in that Bruce Willis movie. What was that one? Fifth Element. I learned the McDonald's.
I love that movie.
And Converse exists in the future of iRobot.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
which is another movie that's just kind of meh.
Well, it was.
I don't know. I'm still annoyed that Green Hornet didn't get nominated, but Green Lantern did, and I actually liked Green Lantern. So
I didn't see Green Lantern.
The Razzies are kind of a inner group. I don't agree with the Razzies a lot of time.
I do most of the time, but I hated Green Hornet so much.
Do you know that The Shining was nominated for Worst Picture?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait, so, I also didn't see the Green Hornet because Seth Rogen is usually my way of knowing to probably not go see that movie. How bad was it?
Toby?
Imagine All Live As You Know It stopping instantaneously.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Is this like
crossing the stream speech bad.
So is this like I'm going to need Mike or Joel and the bots to help me through this?
Yeah, if they do a riff tracks, wait for the riff tracks.
Okay.
It's only even that bad if you're a fan of Green Hornet, because I'm a huge Green Hornet fan. I was raised on Green Hornet on the VHS tapes that my grandparents had and my dad had. And it just destroys the character, man.
I'm going to wait then, because
Seth Rogen just teabagged the character.
Well, I mean, when I heard that Seth Rogen was getting the part, I was like, okay, that is the most ill casted thing I've ever heard of, and I'm there's been some doozies in the past, but I have to say that is the worst casting of all time. Because I mean, I really don't like Seth Rogen to begin with. I just don't like him, his humor, but it's just you put him as Green Lantern, whatever. Okay.
Well, it wouldn't have been as bad as if they got Jack Black to play the Green Lantern, which they almost did.
Oh.
They're really going to get Jack Black to play the Green Lantern.
They tried, and it was going to be a comedy, and he makes a giant green condom, and he catches bad guys in it.
Please tell me
you're
you're
completely serious.
Oh,
I'm not
God.
okay. If this is real, then the face palm that I am currently doing, my face is going through my palm.
This is what they wanted to do with the character, and this is basically what they did to Green Hornet, except he can't make energy constructs. But I mean, Kato was fine, but the problem was
hiring an overweight Canadian with criggly hair.
It's not even him playing the character, because it's the fact that he wrote the movie.
He wrote it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's like that Muppets movie,
Oh, I don't know. I still want to see that, because I've heard really, really good things about the Muppets.
When I saw the CG being used with the Muppets, I couldn't. Yeah, there's a scene where they're all in a suit together, they're piled up to make a taller person.
Oh, that gag.
You see CG.
You cannot use CG in a puppet.
Well, they did.
I know. I know. I'm saying you can't do it as in you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, Jim Henson is rolling the fuck in his grave, because I'm just thinking. I saw that and I just got so angry, because it was just okay, I was going to accept your premise for the Muppets movie, which is basically you play yourself and a puppet version of yourself, and you meet the Muppets. Okay, I can go with this. But the minute I saw the CG, I was just no, this isn't a Muppets movie anymore. This is just they look like Muppets, but they are not Muppets.
Yeah, the only time you can really combine CG and puppetry is in a Godzilla movie, and that's pretty much it. Yeah,
well, that's understandable, because you accept that there's going to be some special effects that are not practical, whereas with the Muppets, up till that point, it all been practical, or if they couldn't get the puppet to do it, they couldn't get the puppet to do it.
They didn't do it, yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't bug me as much, because I remember the Muppet Wizard of Oz, and that
Okay.
used a lot of CG. So
And see, I didn't see that. I guess that's like
it's okay.
yeah, I never saw that. Like so what I'm doing is I'm remembering like old Muppets, like when they didn't like Muppets were they like to get the bicycle scene, they had that big rig to get them to pedal and everything, and that's what
Right.
I think of. So
Yeah, the most CG you can really get away with in a Muppet movie usually is just keying out somebody.
yeah, or like
on the
yes,
suit.
sparkles, like some kind of like magic effect, like
Muppets in space.
yeah, exactly. Like Dark Crystal, in Dark Crystal, like there's like, they use some special effects, but it's never with the puppets. It's always just some like effect or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, we
But-
let you down, Jim.
I do still want to see the new Muppets because, like I said, I've heard good things, and I can usually get past some really terrible CG if it's only on screen for a little while.
Yeah. I guess I just have fond memories of being like, like very little and the Muppet shows coming on because, it was in reruns, like, yay! And then like seeing the Muppet movies and, so I guess it's just, or like the Jim Henson Presents stuff that he did, which was awesome. So I guess like that's why I have this like, I don't want to see CG Muppets. Thank you.
Understandable.
Yeah, and also like I have to agree, Kermit's voice is wrong.
Did they hire a
Yeah.
different actor?
Yeah, like I heard the voice and it's like it's still not right.
It's the same guy that's been playing him for the past few years.
Yeah, like it hasn't gotten any better.
He sounds fine to me.
It's
but,
fine, but like I said, I grew up with it, so it's like with anything, like if you were to change like the voice actors on Futurama or something like that, I'd always
They
be
tried.
like, I know,
Yeah,
I'd be like,
reference.
"Grr."
Well, how do you react to the changes in cast on Mystery Science? Let's rope that in.
Well, like on that, I mean, like I said, I prefer Joel, but like I didn't mind Mike, and also it kind of worked because it was like, oh, new test subject, okay, and then the bots were still there, so it was like there was sort of a transition going on, so I kind of accepted it. It wasn't that they were trying to put Mike as Joel, like Joel changed in body or something like that, or
Like Dick
it
Sargent.
was, yeah, exactly.
Would've been weird.
Yeah, and so like
Joel Hodgson, Time Lord.
yeah, so I kind of accept a little more. Whereas like if you change a voice actor, sometimes it works, and most times it does not. You should just kill the character, or just don't do that anymore.
Well, you just suggested that they kill Kermit, which I can guarantee you is gonna get you some hate mail.
Well, I mean, I'm more saying let's let Kermit be Kermit and like not bring that back. It's done. It's over. It's perfect the way it is.
And speaking of voice changes and puppets,
Well, that
Probably
was
sure.
okay. That was okay. In this case, that was hilarious. My voice changes every 700 years. Okay.
oh, you changed your bowling pin. Smart.
Yeah, exactly. That's hilarious because it's comedic. It's not a big deal. It's not like Kermit who like this is a character that I've grown that like it's a children's character, so I was sort of like attached to Kermit. Whereas here, this is sort of comedy, so I'm sort of like, that's hilarious, So, and also the way that they did things, like I said, it was sort of like transitional, so it was okay. You were okay with like the changes. It wasn't like a sudden change, like this character is being played by someone else, or like we didn't like give them an episode to say goodbye, except for like Earnhardt, but like that was a lot of people have not seen the episodes with Earnhardt. So like when you say Dr. Earnhardt, they're like, who?
Actually, I'm actually one of the minority who actually liked Earhart and Josh Weinstein as Tom Servo. Not as much as Kevin Murphy or Frank, but
Yeah.
I don't know. He brought something special to Tom Servo.
I do. Yeah, there were some good episodes. There's also a lot of. I think the problem is they're still figuring out, and there are a lot of duds in that.
Yeah, it definitely has that feel of like we are just getting started. Things are, yeah, but I did like his Tom Servo. I have to say I like Kevin Murphy's voice a little better as Tom Servo, especially later on as he got more into it.
For me, it's just that, Josh pretty much created the character.
Yeah.
So he was in the character's head more. Like, I couldn't imagine Kevin's Tom Servo doing the servo hitting on a blender bit from season 1.
Oh, yeah. Well, but but the thing is like the writers were pretty much the same, though.
Right.
So that kept Servo kind of the same. Whereas, like, I have to bring up the animated show.
Yeah.
The little,
that was not
the one we tried to forget.
Yeah, I think I saw like 2 episodes of that, and I was like, what the hell is it? I barely remember it because I think I tried to flush it out of my brain because it's just I remember it not being Mr. Science Theater 3000.
There were only 4, and Jim Allen said he was going to do more, but like people that he was going to do more, but the people that were going to make it for him wanted like some insane amount of money to keep making them.
And even then, I think that was just to save face because he knew how badly they were received.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, I watched him and I was just like, oh god, what is this?
I liked the jokes in some of them. I liked the weather one. I liked that one.
I mean,
yeah,
okay, but like it just didn't feel right. It was like, ugh.
I kind of like the solitaire one just because of the arms don't work joke, which is always funny.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe some of the jokes were okay, but like.
But the voices.
It
were
wasn't
just too
Servo
off.
and it wasn't Crow.
Yeah.
It was Gypsy, but.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, I like Gypsy. But, like, Gypsy can't carry the show.
That's what I meant. Like, I love Gypsy, but Gypsy can't really carry it by herself.
Like, one of my favorite bits is the bit where Joel has to hold his breath in order to listen to Gypsy talk because she can either choose to be smart or choose to be keeping the life support on. And he's just holding his breath and she's just talking. And then she goes back to like, oh!
Though later on, Gypsy got a lot smarter. I think, regardless.
Started a Fortune 500 company.
Yep.
This is your dish water, you soak in it.
One of my favorite things is...
Richard pays hard.
Jim Mallon, he was on like some local news in California, and they got Gypsy to do the traffic report.
Oh,
there's a
man.
crash on I-85, so if you want to see that. I think I do a pretty good Gypsy.
That's a pretty good Gypsy.
You do a good Gypsy.
All right.
Only a guy can do Gypsy. I think that's only a guy.
I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like
Kermit the Frog a little bit.
That sounds
Probably.
like her.
yay!
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 There you go. Oh man, I know a guy who can do a really good Kermit. Actually, I would say I wish he was the voice of Kermit. He's so good. TV's Mr. Neil. It's the best Kermit I've heard in a long time.
Now I'm just remembering that Family Guy wrong-sounding Muppet sketch.
Oh, and like when I saw that, I was like,
Waka
yes.
Waka, who wants to hear a funny-ass joke?
Exactly. I was like, yes. And also it was funny with the Waka Waka. Who wants to hear a funny-ass joke?
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, hey, Kermit, do you want some spaghetti? That's like my specialty in junk.
That would be great. I would love some. Yay.
Seth MacFarlane does do an amazing Kermit the Frog. He does this sketch. You can find it on YouTube. Kermit the Frog. Oh wait, Jim Henson's Taken, where Kermit the Frog replaces Liam Neeson.
I don't have any money, but what I do have are a certain set of skills. I will find you and I will kill you. Yay!
My favorite Kermit the Frog is it's a round table with Kermit the Frog, Al Michaels, Harold Ramis, and Ray Romano.
I haven't even gotten a word in edgewise.
You suck. I can't do a good Kermit or Al Michaels or Harold.
And it all just becomes just Kermit.
They all do sound a lot so similar in real life.
Ray Romano for Kermit the Frog.
He
I
can
think
do
that
it.
would work.
He can work. He's out of work. He needs something.
Of course, they'd have to invent a character for what's his name? The one who plays his brother. I can never remember the actor's name.
Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett. They'd have to invent a character for Brad Garrett to play.
He could. Yeah, I'm sure they could find some kind of like monster for him to play.
Yeah.
I miss Ray.
Oh, Brad Garrett.
I think they were trying a spin-off and it didn't work. Maybe, or
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
I'm just making that up.
No,
They
they
did.
did. They did. I don't know if it was actually a spin-off. But-
They did like a backdoor pilot, but it didn't work, so they kept him on Raymond.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
then
saw-
he was on Till Death.
Yeah, I
Before
saw that pilot. It was pretty bad.
I have a lot of shows from the 90s, and he did a show where he was like a womanizer, but he was secretly gay. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
The Neil Patrick Harris story.
Patrick Harris is so awesome.
Yeah, I
He
think it's
doesn't-
good.
He couldn't save the Smurfs, though.
No, he
Well, no one could save the Smurfs. When I heard Neil Patrick Harris was in there, I was like, I know exactly what they're doing.
And Jane Lynch.
Yep.
And Hank Azaria. And George Lopez for some reason.
They're trying to just get me to go see this. It's not going to work.
they've been,
And it was the #1 movie in the country for like 2 weeks.
I
It's
know.
you could be
there's
the,
going
num-
to be a sequel.
Oh,
you could
my
be the
God.
#1 movie in the country and still totally blow.
Oh, it was a major box office success.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. There's a
There
new
will be a sequel.
Yep.
Oh, man. Speaking of bad sequels, the G.I. Joe sequel is coming out. I'm going to have to go see it because my husband said the minute he saw the Cobra flags unfurling on the White House, he was like, well, I have to go see that because that's the most 80s G.I. Joe thing I've seen in a while. And I was like, I understand.
I don't
Now,
know.
you understand now if there's a My Little Pony movie, we're going to go see it. He's like, yep.
Oh, there's probably going to be.
Oh, no, I know there's going to be.
It had
I
better
mean,
be in the Faust. Because I did watch
It-
My Little Pony. It had better look like that. If it's some
Oh,
live-action
it's
CGI, I'll be pissed.
if it's CGI, I'm going to. Well, unless it looks like Team Fortress 2.
I'm gonna steal my friend's joke here. Starring Shia LaBeouf as an aspiring 11-year-old pony tamer.
There we go! There we go! We got ourselves a movie!
Michael Bay's My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic.
I would totally see Michael Bay's magic. That would be the. Well, okay, since the show already has the syndrome of let's pack as many characters as we can in, I think it'd be perfect.
I don't know. See, I don't want to know what he'd do to Sakura.
Oh, man. I don't even want to think. Oh, God.
I'm trying to imagine the really dark militaristic theme song of what that would sound like.
Well, and oh man, and then you'd have like Luna and all her guards, or like the rogue team, and then you'd have Derpy as the wacky scientist. Muffins.
See, I'm actually looking forward to the new G.I. Joe because honestly, I really like The Rock.
Yeah.
So him being in a G.I. Joe movie, that's
Oh, he's
pretty
gonna
good.
be in that. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll make it better.
He made
I mean,
he made Journey 2 enjoyable.
I mean, The Rock is fun, so I guess this will be good. I did enjoy seeing him in The Mummy, and also the Scorpion King can be watchable if bored.
Tooth Fairy still isn't very good though.
No, it is
No.
not watchable in any
And the
case.
sequel is worse.
They made a sequel to Tooth Fairy?
With Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, when The Rock says no.
That's
You-
a sad day.
You get
Yeah.
Pixar's Leftover.
God, that Cars. I didn't see Cars 2, but when I saw there was going to be the Larry the Cable Guy show, I was like,
Get her done.
no, So
Did
I'm
it?
ashamed I can do him so well.
Did it bomb? Didn't it bomb at the box office? Am I crazy, or did Cars 2 bomb?
Pixar movies never bomb.
it didn't
Oh.
do as well. I don't think it did as well as any of the others.
Yeah, it
Got a
didn't do
Razzie
as
or
well,
something.
but it got a Razzie, I think.
Yeah.
It didn't do as well, but it made up for it in merchandising.
Well, yeah, that's how all Disney movies. I can't think of a.
Well,
Pixar movies aren't normally that bad about merchandising, but Cars
No.
2 was insane.
but as soon as like Pixar and Disney merged, that's when it began.
And
Yep.
I'm taking this from Brian Irving at cinemasnob.com. To me, it was like they show you the trailer for Brave, and it's like, okay, you sit through this bad movie, and we're going to use the money to make this good movie.
Well, that's normally how it's done. Like P.T. Anderson did that with like, I'll make Boogie Nights, and then I get to make Magnolia, which no one will go see,
Aww.
which is a good movie. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Brave. Brave looks pretty good. And speaking of Pixar, I'm very sad that John Carter did not do better. But I understand why it didn't do better. But it should have done better.
I still don't know what that movie's about. Like I've seen the. I think that was the problem. It's the promoting of it because I have no idea.
It's basically okay. It is basically a kids movie, and they unfortunately did not bill it as such, and it didn't get quite the rating it should have had for that. And so, and a lot of the names are confusing because unfortunately this is a science fiction novel from like I think the late 19th century, so it's got some crazy ass names in there. But even if you were a kid, you could follow it, but they didn't advertise it correctly. I enjoyed it. It was hell. It was awesome. It was like, oh my god, this is doing everything right.
I still haven't seen it, and hey, Bryan Cranston was in this movie.
Yeah.
Is
Do
it
see it.
And
What?
the kid from Spy Kids.
Oh.
the guy?
Yeah, he played a young Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Is this like
Okay.
Outlaw of Gore? Is that the plot of it? Like Outlaw? Because I don't know.
Okay,
Plot
so
of
what
it. Go ahead.
the deal is that it's a Civil War soldier who gets transported to Mars, and he basically goes and saves the princess, and he brings harmony to Mars, and that's basically it. But then, like, it sets itself up for a sequel, but unfortunately, there might not be a sequel because it didn't do well at all. It's because, I have to say, the advertising was totally misleading.
They tried to make it look like Pirates of the Caribbean, or
Yeah,
actually
and
they tried to make it look like Prince of Persia, and it's not.
it's not. It's nothing like how it was advertised. Now, the first trailer sort of gets the feeling, but the second trailer just totally like throws that out and says this is an action movie, and it is an action movie, but it's you actually get to see him like get better. There's a lot of adventuring going on. I would say it's kind of like Conan the Barbarian, and it's from that time.
space.
Yeah, it's from that time period. So yeah, that's totally a good way of describing it.
The movie
From
you
the
just
guy who wrote
described
Toby.
is identical to the plot of Gore and Outlaw of Gore, which was featured on Mystery Science.
It probably was inspired by it, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Edgar Rice Burroughs novel's been around for
yeah. So yeah,
years.
so there you go. And so, but this is really good. Like John Carter is really damn good. I want to see it again as soon as it comes out on video.
Well, I'm sure it'll be one of those movies that becomes like a cult classic.
Oh yeah, that's actually what I thought. Like seeing it, and actually like the Half and the Bad Guys reviewed it too, and they said the same damn thing. Like it's probably going to be a cult classic, and I'm irritated because when a movie becomes a cult classic, that means I don't get a sequel with the same actors if there's a sequel.
Well,
and
except
everyone,
for Tron.
well, yeah, well,
Tron
that
was like the rare case.
well,
That was
and
20-year lag, so.
yeah,
But
and that-
still, same
that-
cast.
And unfortunately, the new Tron movie was a really good Daft Punk video.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Jeff Bridges. I love Jeff Bridges, and I would have loved to have seen old Jeff Bridges like kicking ass in the Tron world, as a wizard like he is towards the end. But
he was pretty much a Gandalf towards the end.
I know, and that was so awesome.
You shall not pass, man.
Yeah, and unfortunately it turned into, I'm leaving it all to you, son. What? Okay. Where's this coming from? And then and then there's these magical digital beings. What?
And now there's a cartoon that's coming out, which is like a prequel to the sequel, and
What?
yeah, it's on Toon Disney.
Oh no.
Disney XD.
Disney, whatever.
I don't
Okay.
remember.
Whatever it's called. The other Disney Channel.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check this out, because Tron's actually one of my favorite movies. When I saw it as a little girl, it was just oh, this is so cool. And we had the video games for Intellivision.
You had it in television?
Tron Uprising, that's the name of the series, and
Okay.
it's got Elijah Wood in it.
Okay.
He's starring, and Lance Henriksen, Paul
And this-
Rubens.
Is this airing right now, or is this coming?
It's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, June. Comes
Okay.
comes on in June.
Well, I'm gonna
and
have to see it then.
Bruce Boxleitner. Yes, he is back, and Fred Tedesore is going to be playing Kevin Flynn, because Jeff Bridges is too expensive.
Well, yeah, he's too cool. But yeah, I had an Intellivision, and we had Solar Sailor, and what was the other one? The other game that was for it?
Tron.
Not Disc. No. If I owned a Disc-Tron.
Reginald Bell Johnson's in this.
Let's see here.
Awesome.
The dad from Family Matters.
Deadly Discs. That's it.
And the cop from Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Okay, so I had Deadly Discs and Solar Sailor, which actually talked. If you had the IntelliVoice.
Yeah. There's one game that I really like. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I don't think it was Tron. I think it was Tron 2.0. It came out for the PC.
Oh, I remember that. And that game.
That one actually makes a better sequel to Tron than Legacy did.
That was actually based on the original idea for the sequel for Tron.
Yeah, and I actually really like that one.
Yeah, and I remember when that came out. I remember they were talking about the movie. It was gonna come out, and then the game came out, and then they said no movie.
It's like a Ghostbusters kind of situation.
Yeah,
This game is the third movie, and now there's the third movie.
Yeah.
No, they're not. Are they doing well, you're the Ghostbusters expert. Are they doing the third movie?
Yeah. Bill Murray has dropped out, but Aykroyd is getting funding from the studio. So
what about Moranis? Because he doesn't do anything.
He hasn't said yet. I think they're trying to keep him a surprise.
He probably won't. He retired. Unfortunately, I love Don Aykroyd. Blues Brothers is one of the best things ever. However, Blues Brothers 2000 is one of the worst things ever.
He wasn't very good in Crossroads either.
I'm sorry, Dan.
Yeah, he was Bernie Pierce's dad.
Yeah. Okay, Dan Aykroyd, I'm saying this to you now. You need to get back on coke. You were funnier when you were snorting, okay? So get back to it, buddy.
Hi, kids!
Kids don't listen to our show.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. It's obvious that he lost his funny. There it is in the 80s.
And Family Guy again. No junk, no soul.
Exactly.
Only that was about Chevy Chase, but still.
Well, same deal. A lot of them gave up.
Was the problem that he wasn't doing coke, or was the problem that he sold his soul to the devil?
You mean Gozer?
Okay.
He sold. I think he sold his soul to the devil for some coke, and then he didn't have a soul left.
Okay.
So he had to kick the habit.
Okay.
There you
and
go.
then he made Crossroads to balance it out.
Oh. Damn.
It's like the Tom Arnold of the 1980s.
And then Harold and what was it?
Harold Ramis?
Harold Ramis.
Oh my god.
Isn't he the one that directed Junior?
I don't know.
The movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant.
I don't know if he did. Did he?
That movie. Wait, hold on. Rewind. That movie actually exists.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
yeah.
I dreamed that. I'm serious. I thought I dreamed that up one night.
No, that is a movie. Ivan Reitman. Ivan Reitman directed.
Okay.
Okay.
And his son directed Juno. So.
Yeah, Ramis. What did he direct?
He directed Caddyshack. He directed.
Year One with Michael Cera.
He directed.
As Good as It Gets. That's he. Oh wait, he acted in that. That's it. Yeah.
He directed Groundhog Day and Streets of Fire.
Okay. Yeah, and I love Groundhog Day. That's
Streets
right.
of Fire is awesome.
Is that the one with Dan Hartman's song in it?
I think so.
I can dream about you.
He directed The Office for a while.
He directed some Office episodes.
And like I said, he also directed Year One, which was.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. What the hell?
And Quentin Tarantino wrote It's Pat, so you know.
Rewind. Quentin Tarantino.
Things we have to do.
The director of Reservoir Dogs wrote the disaster piece that was It's Pat.
Yeah. He got his name. He did it as a favor to the star, who was a friend of his, and he didn't want credit. Smart move.
Nice. But yeah, I don't know if like the Ghostbusters movie doesn't have Bill Murray, then
What's the point?
I don't understand.
I think,
and also, like when
Jonah Hill's gonna be in it.
Oh.
Is one of the new guys. I like Jonah Hill. He just picks really bad movies.
And bad TV shows.
I'm trying to remember a Jonah Hill movie.
What was it? What was the name of the cartoon that I was watching? It was like the cartoon he had that was on a while back. It was.
Describe it. Oh no.
It had that little smarmy kid, and he had a double name. It was
Alan Gregory.
Yeah, Alan Gregory. I watched every single episode of that.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either, but I kept watching it. Okay, I am the person who watched every single episode of Fish. I think it was Fish Police.
Fish Police.
Yeah, Capital Critters. I watched every single episode of that. I've watched every single episode of the PJs. I've seen every
the PJs kind of.
Well, the PJs was okay. It just wasn't like it was.
It wasn't. It was Eddie Murphy, but it wasn't good Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, it was Eddie Murphy who had done what was that movie he did?
The Return of Adventures of Pluto Nash. Sorry.
Yeah, it was it. Yeah, the movie that was literally in the theater for only one day.
And he was literally like, "I am so sorry, America. Please accept the PJs as my apology."
Yeah, and the PJs did not make up for that.
And then you tried Nutty Professor 2, and that didn't help either.
And you see, Nutty Professor 1, I kind of... It's okay. It's...
As far as remakes go, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty... For a remake, I have to say it was pretty good. But it did get old.
What's your opinion of Fox's current animation lineup?
Okay, what they got? They got right now, they got Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad, and that Bob's Burgers.
And the Cleveland Show.
Okay.
And Napoleon Dynamite.
Is Napoleon Dynamite returning?
I don't know, but I enjoy it, so I hope.
I heard it didn't do well.
I like it because I like the movie, and it feels like an extension of the movie.
Right.
It just has a weird continuity.
Okay, my opinions on them are such. Simpsons, why is it still on? I loved Simpsons up until midway through the 9th season. And then after that, it all goes downhill.
That was when they got the new executive producer, who shall go nameless.
Exactly.
We will not name him, but yes.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and it you can really tell. You can really tell that like things had changed. Mm-hmm. Cleveland Show, I keep giving a chance to, just because I kind of like some of the things that they do in it. It unfortunately gets Family Guy disease sometimes, which I love Family Guy. Like, Family Guy is one of the best things that has happened, like, as far as animation since The Simpsons, as far as a comedy show. So, I love Family Guy. So, I kind of give Cleveland Show a few chances, but it's kind of like the PJs. It's like, unfortunately, this is like middle of the road. It's like some episodes of The Critic, like it just didn't hit. But it sometimes hits, like. So I keep giving it passes, and I like that it makes fun of itself, and it has one of the best jokes ever, which is, and brought to you by Circuit City. There's still one. Come find us.
That's horrible.
I know, it was awesome. That was during their Halloween episode, I think it was. Bob's Burgers, I've watched. Okay, I like the guy, whoever it is that plays, Brendan Small, I think it is, who plays the father, like Bob.
John Benjamin.
It's H. John Benjamin.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I like him a lot, but unfortunately I do not like the show. It's just, like I said, it's one of those middle of the road. It's not good. It's not terrible. It's not Alan Gregory terrible, but I can't sit through an episode of it.
See, I like it a lot more than the Cleveland show. There's only one episode of the Cleveland show that I can get through, and that is the Christmas episode.
Okay, yeah, and see, like I can actually watch Cleveland show, and I'm okay. Whereas Bob's Burgers, I'm kind of like, whoa, can't get through it. And then Napoleon Dynamite, I have to admit that the movie felt like it was trying way too hard to me, so I guess I can't get into the animated show because it's like I've seen the movie, I wasn't a big fan, so I just can't get into this. And American Dad is like, it is the best joke ever, which is, I'm going to put what appears to be an extremely American show, which is very un-American, on Fox Channel. Let's pull that one over on them, and it continues to air, which is amazing.
I like American. I like it more than.
It has some good jokes. I do like that it doesn't have Family Guy disease.
What is Family Guy's disease?
Where they have cutaways,
Okay.
lots of cutaways. That's Family Guy disease.
I mean,
see, to me, Family Guy's disease is slowly turning all of the characters into sociopaths.
For me, Family Guy diseases is when, and the irony being is when Family Guy gets way too political.
Yeah, American Dad has become
The irony,
very
the irony being that American Dad started out as a show that was going to be incredibly political and got less political, and Family Guy started out as a show that was not political and got incredibly political.
No, actually, Family Guy added. Well, it's a parody of All in the Family, so it makes sense that it would be political. So I don't really see that as a problem. Whereas, like with American Dad, like sometimes American Dad hits for me, but sometimes it just feels like, oh man, this is just dragging. I don't know.
Family Guy for me just kind of drags because it's like when they want to be dramatic, it's okay. Like the one where Stewie and Brian are locked in the vault.
Oh god, I love that episode.
Best episode of that entire season.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. And then there were a few that were pretty good.
Well, I mean, for me, Family Guy, I like Family Guy, and I like how mean it's getting. It's getting meaner and meaner, and
I don't. I don't like how just like unabashedly mean the characters have gotten, especially like the characters who used to be the Rock, the Center, the morality characters. Are now the worst ones, especially like Lois and Brian.
Yeah, we talked about Lois.
Brian's evolution, I have to admit, I kind of like it. I kind of like how horrible the characters are, just because it's kind of like, I don't want to say like life is like that, but it is kind of like Lois is not a good person. She tries to come off as a good person, but she isn't. And I like meanness. I miss it. I miss like meanness being in a lot of things. Like, and so I guess I like Family Guy when they're just being just vicious. And that's why I keep coming back. I keep coming back to see Seth MacFarlane bitch about something.
What?
I was
gonna say that's the other thing I don't like is it really seems like it's just the Family Guy bitch fest where whatever they don't like gets raked over the coals for.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, the show's honestly, like, what season is it in, like, now?
9, I believe.
Yeah,
9.
so like, I mean, we're really getting to the point where the show is going to hit that jump the shark moment, and I love Seth MacFarlane, but I know that it's coming. It happens with everything, and I keep wondering when that is going to happen. Maybe he'll quit the show before it happens.
I think he said he's going to end it with like a movie, and then it's going to be it.
Yeah, that would be
how he wants to do it.
That would be the best way to do it.
That's what they should have done with The Simpsons. But...
That's what Steven Hillenberger said he was going to do with SpongeBob, and here we are.
Oh, there's got to be another movie.
Oh, really? Another SpongeBob movie?
Yeah.
Yay!
Apparently, the last movie takes place at the end of the series timeline. So
Okay.
So they've introduced Goofy Goober Restaurant into the show.
Okay.
So the show was kind of a prequel to the movie. And the movie continuity is still weird because there's now 2 different King Neptunes. Yeah, the one in the movie isn't the one in the show.
Okay.
And in the movie he has a daughter, but in the show he has a son who's been like locked away for 1,000 years. So
I think that's a different one. I think one of them is Trident and one of them is Neptune.
Okay. So
no, they're both actually referred to as King Neptune.
Okay.
So like this is
I think one is Neptune the 8th and one is Neptune the 9th or something.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that the next movie clears that up because it's bugging me.
That's
Well,
just
by that
weird.
logic, then Sebastian Bach's character would be.
Yes, and
It's
that frightens me. Sebastian Bach growing into Jeffrey Tambor frightens me. Almost as much as Zac Efron growing into Matthew Perry.
Should we talk about SGVY?
Oh yes.
Let us.
All right.
We finish up.
What y'all want to know?
Josh, do you have any questions? Because I
haven't read the fine. Are we done? Have you finished it yet? Or are we still?
No, SGVY is still
well, yeah.
going on. It has been. I haven't updated it in a while because I've had to do other like real life things for a while. But I am still working on it. I actually do have the storyboard for the next episode, so yay! And it's been going since 2002. And if you don't know what it's about a transgendered magical girl meets Norse gods. Basically, the main character, Yuuki, finds a magical DVD, which the messenger god Hermod pops out of it and says, "You're the magical girl," and turns him into a magical girl. And now he's stuck as a girl. And now he has
hilarity
to fight.
ensues.
Yes, hilarity ensues. And so it's just a big old fun magical girl parody fest with Norse gods on the side.
And this is before Thor did it.
Yeah.
My other question is, have you planned a finale or an end?
Oh yeah. There's been an end planned since the beginning, and actually the whole thing is basically planned out. It's just a matter of like doing it. It's I don't actually write what is going to happen, except I have like little I want milestones that I got to hit, and in between I sort of make it up. So sometimes I'm left with, okay, so I have to get them to the sandwich shop. How do I get them to and this actually hasn't happened, but this is just an example. I have to get them to the sandwich shop. How are they going to get there?
Man, and I was looking forward to the sandwich shop arc.
I actually want to do something with a sandwich in there, just because I don't know. I've always wanted to do something with a sandwich in the.
Loki tries to make a sandwich. something tentacles.
I've actually gotten when I used to work on a comic called The Jar, which you can actually get on the Montrose Academy USB archives, which are available at the store on sgvy.com. I actually did receive scripts from my brother that literally said, and then something happens, and then I guess they say something. You go! That's the script! And I'm like, okay.
Work, pencil monkey.
Well, I just one time he said that, and I did threaten yaoi on his ass, and he He tried to get better with the scripts, but there still were scripts where it was literally, and then they say something here. So I learned to improvise pretty well.
And then suddenly there were ninjas.
Actually, there was a point at which we were in a bind, and he finally said, "Giant army men!" You know, like little plastic army men. Giant versions of that. And I'm like, okay, we'll do that. Cool.
And then suddenly there were sandwiches.
There were burritos.
Burrito sandwiches.
Oh my god.
How to make a burrito sandwich. Open bread. Place burrito in bread. Serve.
Burrito.
Nom nom nom.
Burrito.
When can we expect a finale?
I don't know. In the future. I am almost halfway through the series, so it probably will be in a few years. I work on SGBY when I get a chance, so it doesn't really have a schedule. So
you're almost.
It's almost halfway through. We're getting to the halfway point when awesome shit, the thing that I've always wanted to happen in the series, happens. And then
sandwiches?
Spoiler. No.
I'm not going to reveal what kind of sandwich. I'll give you a hint. Swiss. That's all you need to know.
You spoiled the sandwich for me.
I didn't spoil the whole. I just gave you a hint of what the sandwich is going to be like. And maybe not naked Valkyries on top of that. I'm just saying, Swiss and naked Valkyries. That's my only hint.
I'm just doing the math right now. So it took you 10 years to do about half. So we should be done by.
I think we'll be a little. We'll go a little. I think it'll go a little faster than that.
2034.
Yay! All right. 2034. I will be saying it's over.
And the robot uprising will be like, we don't care.
No.
And then you'll be converted. So.
No, my husband's a roboticist, so I'll make him require all the AI to love SGVY.
There you go.
Yeah. I love SGVY. It brings meaning to my cold heart. Oh, I do love how some of the robots he works with do say, "I am overheating. Heat. When they're overheating, it's so cute. And then they fall over limp and like twitching as they're overheating.
When their visual interfaces get obstructed, I really want them to say, "I cannot see. My vision is impaired. I cannot see."
They actually will say, "My visual is not working." And they'll also say things like, "The Wi-Fi is not working."
You just described the robot from Portal.
They do sound kind of like those robots. They're really cute. The big robots don't talk though. They just look scary as all hell.
Big robots should never talk. They should just look scary.
Yeah, they do make cool like hand gestures. Like sometimes they'll they'll get them to do like little hand gestures and
make them wave gang signs.
They actually were doing that with them. They actually left one like pose like that. So I was with one of the people from the lab. They brought their daughter to see the robot, and she took a picture, and they were doing gang signs because the robot was doing a gang sign. So that was really cute.
The guys at the Toonami board are gonna love this.
Gentlemen, what should we have our robots do? Should we have them save humanity? Should we have them help out during storms? Let's have them flash gang signs. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Like
take that, Japan.
Or man, one of the videos that like one of the teams did with the robot was they had it fold laundry. And I was like, that's what we're doing with robots. Folding laundry.
What you need to do is get them to do the Daft Bodies video.
Oh.
It's harder, better, faster, stronger.
Oh man. I think they actually used that song in one of the videos. I can't remember, but
I would be disappointed if they didn't.
I think they have actually a lot of techno music in the videos, like for obvious reasons. But yeah, the robots are fun, and I do like when the little one speaks. He sounds like the robot from Adventure Time.
BMO.
BMO.
Can't do BMO.
I can't do BMO either.
How long is the editing going to take, BMO? About 10 hours. Well, how much video did we film? About 10 hours.
BMO.
I love BMO. I wish I had a little BMO that I could like have talk. Hey, I should ask my robot husband to build me a BMO. Then I can talk to BMO.
Now, I know Joshua probably hasn't heard of the story, but
Go
tell
ahead.
him about the anime.
Yes, tell me.
The rip-off anime.
Oh, well, it was actually a live action. It was called Saint Valkyrie Girl.
Okay.
And one day someone sent me an email, and they said, you got to check this out. Like, I think someone ripped off your idea, and it hadn't even come out. Like, the video hadn't even come out. But I immediately reserved it from Amazon Japan. And I paid about $60 for it. And I was like, this might not end up being the same thing, but the cover like had a costume that was very similar to Yuki's. And I got the video, and the main character's name was Yuuki. He gets turned permanently into a girl, and he's a Valkyrie. And he's a magical girl, and I'm watching this, and I'm just thinking, they ripped off my idea, and it was awesome. So what we did is we ripped the video, we put it up online for people to download, because I was like, I own this idea, I'm going to distribute the hell out of this. And actually, the company went out of business that produced it. So my idea wrecked a company. Awesome.
Woohoo!
They did make an action figure, though, of the magical girl. I did not get that because I did not want to spend like $120 on an action figure.
I'm Googling it, and I can't find pictures, and it makes me...
Oh, man, let me find this.
We'll put a
now I
link in
really
the
want to
show.
see this.
St. Valkyrie Holy Girl was its name, or something like...
Holy
here.
Girl Soldier Saint Valkyrie.
That's it. ISO hunt.
Because it linked to an SGVY archive.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
How does
I
one
really want
react?
to watch this now.
So that's
Yeah,
how does one react to having their stuff ripped off?
I thought it was awesome. As I've said, eventually your shit is going to be in someone else's shit, and you're going to say, holy shit, there's my shit in someone else's shit. So, I mean, it just sort of was, to me, I had people actually saying to me, like, you should sue. And I was like, why would I sue? Because one, it's an international company, and two, like, I don't have millions of dollars, so I can't possibly do that. Because my theory, my whole thing about copyright is, do you have $1 million? If not, you don't have a copyright. And so I just thought it was awesome, and I just used it as a way to just say, hey, look, someone's ripped off my idea. Whee! Yeah, so I don't really mind it because, like, I've also had graphic design ripped off. I've had entire websites that I've designed. Someone ripped them off, put their own logos on there. And I actually bought something from someone on eBay. And then when I didn't receive the item, I went to their website. It was my website. They had ripped off my website and ripped me off in real life, too. So I was like, I just thought it was hilarious. So I just laughed it off and just thought, it must have been a good enough design that someone stole it. So that's the attitude I've got. If they're willing to steal it, it probably is good. So, hey, that's a compliment to me. Oh, that's excellent. The Valkyrie girl, Cadence, princess. Oh man.
Yeah, so I got a lot of ponies when I
Well,
googled it.
Keep in mind the audience can't see what we're seeing.
Yeah.
So
I-
someone should
post
describe
in
it.
the show notes.
Okay,
Okay.
it's basically he searched for Saint Valkyrie Girl, and he probably found a picture of Cadence from My Little Pony, who's the new alicorn, done by someone who's called Valkyrie Girl. So, which by the way, I am kind of wondering how this episode of My Little Pony is going to go, because they say she has a dark secret. And my thinking is, like a lot of other bronies, she's not really an alicorn. Which they've never used that word in the show, I don't think. Whatever. But anyway, I don't think she's an alicorn.
She's Celestia and Luna's love child.
I can only hope that there was some wincest involved, but I don't think so. So I'm hoping she
Probably
is an
not.
alicorn. Yeah. Oh man, that reminds me.
That sounds like something Faust would have done, but the network would have said no.
No, well, I mean, I do frequent Futashai sometimes, so alicorns are depicted as being Futas, so maybe. Anyway, we learned something about ponies today.
You know, for kids.
Yeah.
Because the kids... Oh, wait, the kids aren't supposed to listen to the show. That's right.
Not really.
Yeah.
Because 3 minutes ago we just went on a rant about...
Well, I don't know about 3. But yeah, by the way, if you can find like that video file and put it up somewhere, I would love to watch that. Cause
I actually have the DVD, so I think I've got the file somewhere, so I will definitely get that for y'all. It is. They never made another one. It was like one of those. This is the first in an exciting series of OVAs. No.
There's a Brazilian Power Rangers ripoff called Mega Powers.
Oh
and
man.
it's got like half a season of episodes on 2 discs.
Yeah.
And you can't get it in America, which irritates me because I really want it just because it's not that bad. Like as far as because it's made by the company that does The Little Bee and Ratatouille and all those Pixar ripoffs.
Yeah.
It's made by the same company, and this is their only live action product. And as far as Video Brinquedo goes, it's not that bad. Like, honestly, the production values are better than they were in Power Rangers about 10 years ago.
Well, yeah.
It's just that they stole the idea.
It's just they stole it, and it doesn't,
Oh.
and the production values aren't
And like, I
good
guess
for a modern product.
And I guess as somebody who's actually had it done to myself, I don't really actually see it as stealing, since like I'm probably stealing a shit ton of ideas as well. So
You stole the Norse gods, man.
exactly, there we go. Number 1,
Hey.
stealing the Norse gods.
Hey, they didn't file copyright in Norway. They should have thought about that.
Some religions did actually put do not reproduce, but they didn't.
Original character, do not steal.
Exactly.
Jesus, copyright. The Church of...
Yeah.
Sonnet
Or
2,
do not
Justin Chandler.
Like in the Quran, do not translate into any other language. Okay.
And people did it anyway.
Yep, they did.
Telling
said not to.
someone not to do something is tantamount to an open invitation. Screw gravity. I just actually showed that to my sister today, and she loved it.
Oh.
ASDF movie. All right, so how far are we into this episode?
We're about an hour and 35 minutes, so we should probably wrap up.
Yeah,
about an hour
I'm
and a
probably going to need to head off in a minute.
So, should we ask it? What are your top... Because in a few weeks, we're going to be doing our show about our top 5 Mystery Science
Oh, okay.
Theater. So we want to know what your top 5 are and why, maybe.
Okay. Let's see. Number 5 is Pod People, because it's a really good episode in all, but it has the awesome song "Idiot Control Now."
Idiot Control Now.
Yeah, exactly. I just anytime I hear that song, sometimes I'll just randomly hear it. It's just so great, and then It Stinks. Oh, I guess that makes the entire episode. So I guess that's why it's number 5. Number 4 is Robot Holocaust. I am humble Freebot. That movie is just so chock full of awful 80s-ness. It's just great.
The only non-porno Tim Kincaid ever directed.
Oh, wow. Okay, that explains a lot about the costuming now. All right. Excellent. Number 3 is Wild Rebels. For the kicks, man. For the kicks. I just love that episode because it's like, it's not really, science fiction, but it's just so awful. And it's just so great. And we just quoted the hell out of that one for weeks. Number 2 is Jack Frost, and it's not really because like it's an MST3K, and that's why it's number 2 and not number 1. I actually like that movie. I actually like Jack Frost in itself. It's just I love the Russo Finnish stuff, like with the one about the Sampo. But Jack Frost is like, I can actually watch that one. So I guess that's number 2, and it's just the added bonus of having the bots there, to help me along is great. But I like that movie, actually, so that's why it's number 2.
All right.
But number 1 is... Thank you.
Go.
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Piss off, kid! Piss off! I love Mitchell. Mitchell is like...
Mitchell.
Mitchell is just wonderful. It's the last Joel episode, so it's kind of like, a farewell to Joel. It's got Hamdingers. It's just wonderful. I can watch that episode.
2001: A Space Odyssey references.
Yeah, I know. It's got everything. It's just, I can't, I probably could spend, forever explaining why I love this episode, but, it just is great, and it's a great send-off for Joel, and it introduced, and here's a case where, we have a changing in cast, and it actually kind of works. Mike is introduced, it feels right, and Joel gets a good send-off. It's just a great episode. I really like it. And the movie is just stupid as all hell. And the bonus is that Joe Don Baker hates them after that episode.
Well, he got over it.
Yeah, well, he
Work out
did,
those
but
rumors.
It's just. I gotta say, Mitchell is the best episode of MST3K of all time.
It is. It's probably in my top 10 just for that one exchange Mike has with Frank when he takes his keys.
Frank, give me your keys. Okay.
Okay.
What do you need my keys for? You left your lights on. I don't own a car. Well, then why'd you give me your keys? I thought my lights were on.
I'm sorry.
He apologizes for giving him his keys.
And then and also you get to hear what Joel's favorite movie is, which, I actually watched, like I said earlier, I watched it and I actually like that movie. So this Mitchell has given me so much, and I gotta say, best episode. It's just wonderful. It's a good episode all around, and it does everything right.
It's a Daktari stool.
Mittens? They named an action hero Mittens.
Joe Don Baker is Mittens. He's a cop.
Oh, it's Mitchell. Martha
It was the
Mittens.
3rd of September. A day I'll always remember.
I still love the burglar that looked like Johnny Mathis. He looked like Johnny Mathis.
You did look like Johnny
Pulled the
Mathis.
photo of Johnny Mathis. He looked like Johnny Mathis was robbing
Yep.
this guy's home.
How do I save Joel? How?
Hamdingers.
Do Hamdingers exist? Can we put that rumor to bed? No?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yep. Hamdingers always exist. There's always got to be a way out of something.
Or else Mike wouldn't have gotten in that box. And
Exactly. Hamdingers.
Of course, I can't watch that episode just for the senseless death of Gusio.
No, that's Final Justice.
That's what I'm talking about. Final
Oh,
Justice.
I thought we were still on Mitchell.
No, I just
Okay.
mentioned Final Justice because of the Hamdinger box that Mike hides in.
No, he wasn't in a box. He was like in a.
It was a
Mike,
crate.
you're in the basement, honey.
No, he hid in a crate of Hamdingers because he heard that's how Joel got out.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, after suffering a Jodan Baker movie, I get in a box of Hamdingers and I'm able to leave, right?
No, wrong.
No, you don't get to leave until you suffer through a really bad Italian superhero movie.
Gonna go to the store. Da-da-da-da-da. Gonna pick up some bread. Da-da-da-da-da. Gonna go to the post office.
Hope you're serving that ham. I still love that line.
Gonna practice my lick. Da-da-da-da-da.
There actually is a Hamdingers. It's like a restaurant or cart, a food cart.
It's supposed to be like
Like
beans and
like a ham patty.
yeah, it's supposed to be
Like a ham sausage patty or something.
beans
Hot
and ham or something. But
Okay,
no one,
hot Hamdingers sounds wrong, but there's a recipe for hot Hamdingers on the internet.
That sounds like a Midwestern porno.
That would probably be what this is, because it is. It's just
Hamdingers
like,
are rumored to be a local culinary trait in the Wisconsin area.
okay, that would explain why.
but no one
Hamdingers-
seems to have evidence of their existence.
Nope.
Satellite News claims they were made by Swift Premium, sold by the block, and often used for fish bait. Huh. I just remember they mentioned Hamdingers in an episode of Dexter's Lab, so...
No, that was ham hawks.
They mentioned like Hamdingers, ham hawks, and something else.
I think it was ham dingers, hamburgers, and ham sandwiches. I don't think there were any ham
So
dingers.
just going down some ham.
A small bite-sized frozen ham sandwich on the biscuit, much like today's White Castle hamburgers, a popular frozen snack food of the late 60s and 70s. Huh.
Escape pod.
And this is from Urban Dictionary.
Ah,
That one kind of makes sense, I guess.
yeah. Anyway, I choose to believe Hamdingers are just are space pods. So there you
Ham
Tumpy,
dingers.
you can do stupid things.
go.
Ham dingers are inside all of us.
Oh, but this has led me to one of the most awesome ads of all time: pizza and pasta.
Pizza.
Yes.
Pasta.
Pasta.
Pizza and
Pizza and
pasta.
pasta.
Yummy noise.
Now we've got your top 5 MST out of the way. I want to know, what are your favorite cinematic Titanic and riff tracks to enjoy?
Oh man. I can't think of any because now I'm like on the spot.
Well, you don't have to have a list. Just like,
Yeah.
what ones you enjoy.
I'm trying to think, cause let me see the catalog real quick. Because I have to admit that I haven't seen a lot of the riff tracks recently. I have been watching the cinematic Titanics. When was the last one that came out? The first one they did was really good. I remember that one was really good. Let's see here.
The screaming brain or the eating, the
Yeah,
bucket
that
of
was
something
it.
of. They changed the title of some weird brain movie.
Yeah. But I'm having a hard time thinking about like the episodes. But I have to say that so far, they really haven't like disappointed. Now I do like how Riff Tracks actually brings in like guests. Like I did like the Weird Al episode. Okay, yeah, I liked Wasp Woman. Wasp Woman was really good. And Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Just the beginning of that is my favorite part, where Trace runs away screaming.
Yeah.
And then Joel gives him a tortoise, so, you know, it's all good.
I did like the Riff Tracks Matrix bit. And I'm trying to find... I think I saw their glitter one, too.
I really enjoy their riffs of Last Airbender.
I didn't
And
see that one.
Harry Potter 2 is
Harry
great.
Potter 2.
I saw that one. I saw that one.
The
That
best-
one was-
Who can tell me the best part about that? Keep
No, Bacon, I
cheering!
love it!
Keep cheering! My hands hurt. I don't want to cheer anymore.
Gravy, is that you?
um,
Oh wait, it's stop in the name of gravy.
now, this isn't like riff tracks, but I did like Brad Neely's Wizard People, Dear Reader, which is a different kind of take on it. But I have to say, like, as far as riffs go, that is a pretty good one. If you've never heard it, it's Brad Neely of Professor Brothers and China, Illinois fame,
Yeah.
just drunkenly describing the movie. And I can watch that thing like over and over and over. It is so good.
I really like iRiffs of I think my favorite iRiff is probably the Team 4-Star Dragon Ball Evolution. 'Cause that's such a. It's not even a bad movie. It's just a sad attempt at a movie.
It's a bad movie. That they'd been rumored. I remember that movie had been rumored for years, and then they finally made it, and it was like, what the hell's this? Have to do with Dragon Ball?
Nothing.
I really want to try to rope Lankara into doing a riff of the Doctor Who of the Doctor Who movies from the 70s with me.
Oh God.
Because they're not bad, but compared to the TV show, they're pretty wacky. And actually, one of the people in the series, in the new series, Bernard Cribbins played a cop in the second Doctor Who movie. And now he's Wilfred Mott. He's Donna's granddad, and he's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, so I have to say, like, cinematic Titanic. The two I really like are Oozing Skull. I'll have to say Santa Claus Conquers the Martians and Wasp Woman are actually my two favorite that they've done so far. I think I just saw War of the Insects. Yeah, I did see War of the Insects, and that one was pretty good too. That one was just weird.
I still need to see Danger on Tiki Island.
I don't know if I saw that one.
That one's only available as a live DVD. They haven't done a studio version yet.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. I think I saw that one. Yeah. Yeah, I did see that one. That one was pretty good. But I really like the latest one, the War of the Insects. That one was pretty good.
I need to see that one too.
The ending is really good. So I recommend that one.
All right. Well, final thoughts, everybody?
MST3K is friggin' awesome, whether you like Joel or Mike. It's all good, man.
Actually, I meant to ask you, have you seen any of the Mystery Fandom Theater fan videos?
No, I haven't seen those.
Give that plug to Mike.
They are our co-host Mike Hagan is the lead in them. He plays Mike Nelson, and their production values are amazing. Like, they have a pretty much spot-on replica of the Satellite of Love set.
Oh, please send me a link to that, because
they're free to watch online, and
Woo!
they're doing 3 more. And
2 more.
I thought it was 3.
It's 2.
Oh.
It's something with an E and then a bunch of shorts, and then that's the end.
The Eliminators, maybe?
Eliminators is the title.
Yeah, Eliminators. And something else.
It's a bad, like, 80s movie where they go back in time, and then they go back in time again.
So what's this called?
Mystery Fandom Theater.
Mystery
3000.
3000. And there's another group. There are actually several. There are these guys on Riff Tracks called Incognito Cinema Warriors, which do full MST3K-like stuff. It's a futuristic soldier, and he's trapped in this theater from zombies. And he has these 2 robots, and they riff movies.
Oh, okay.
Linkara of Atop the Fourth Wall did one a few years back of what was it, Star Trek 1.
Okay.
He did it while he was in high school. and his puppets are made out of cardboard. There are a lot of really good fan bits out there.
Yeah. Oh man, excellent. They're on archive.org.
Yep.
All right. Yay, archive.org. Woo.
Yay, things I don't have to pay for,
Exactly.
and I can do with them as I please.
Yes.
God bless the Dutch.
Yes. All right, Josh, you have any final thoughts?
I'm on Yahoo right now, and it says the most popular thing of all week is toddler drowns in washing machine. I find it hilarious that that's popular.
Probably, I don't know.
It's the hipsters. They're liking it ironically.
Or maybe it's just like the new scare. Is your child in love with the washing machine?
It's not bad that we're making fun of that, is it?
No.
That a child drowned in a washing machine? We're making fun of the fact that that sickos out there seem to find it popular.
Yeah, dude, we're on the internet. Like, it's all fair game.
Yeah.
Sorry, whoever.
I guess their parents just never watched Sonic Says.
Was there a Sonic Says where he says, "Don't go near the washing machine, kids"?
Yes, he says, "Don't stick your head in a washing machine. Don't climb in the washing machine."
I have to
Well,
look.
then why didn't we pay attention to that? Why don't they look?
That's no good.
No. Okay. Well, I'm sorry whoever this happened to, but I'm sorry. That is kind of funny that, kid died in washing machine. How does that happen anyway?
They were playing hide and seek, I suppose.
I guess.
It was like the movie, what was the Rocket Man, where he's in the washing machine and then his parents turn up.
Oh, yeah.
Or Stuart Little.
The only thing I can keep thinking of is the Gary Larson cartoon where the dog's like got cat foot written on the dryer. He's like, come on.
And
anyway.
all I can think of is Stuart Little.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Hugh Laurie before he was crotchety.
Hugh Laurie, before he learned he shouldn't have done that show for as long as he did.
I completely forgot he wasn't American.
I
was like that with Gary Oldman for a while.
I knew he wasn't American, but I thought his accent was okay and then my husband was like, this accent is friggin' terrible. And I was like, why? He says, well, it sounds like he's had a stroke or something. I said, it sounds fine to me. And then I realized it was just because I guess because like they had explained the character as being like he had been a Navy brat, I just sort of accepted, oh, well, his accent's all kinds of messed up because like,
yeah,
he's
he got damaged in like a war or something.
Yeah, exactly. So I just thought that was the reason.
He probably did have a stroke.
Exactly, yeah. But then it turns out, no, that's not true. Oh, well.
No, that's just his American accent.
It's not the worst one I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's not bad. It was a lot better when he did Stuart Little.
Yeah.
By the way, do you know that movie was written by M. Night Shyamalan?
Stuart Little?
Yeah.
You're full of it.
No, it was written by M. Night Shyamalan.
Well,
this was right before The Sixth Sense, before he made Sixth Sense.
So he was still like, here, you get to do Stuart Little. Yay.
What a twist. That's the twist.
Yep. That M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong did it.
And the other twist was his career bombed especially hard.
Oh. Well,
Last Airbender was awful.
Oh, well. Ugh.
Worse
Cartoon.
than The Happening, man. Worse than The Happening.
Did you watch the cartoon?
The Stuart Little cartoon?
No, the
Avatar, the cartoon. Yeah, I love it.
Are you looking forward to Korra?
I saw the first 2 episodes. I really enjoyed it. Lance Henriksen is in it, and J.K. Simmons.
Ooh.
We should really be talking about this after the show.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's. In conclusion, I'm Josh Murphy.
Conclusion. Yeah, and conclusion is you should all go read SGVY right now because it's awesome.
SGVY.com. Yeah, buy a drive or just donate some money for more big titty Valkyries. Woo! That are transgendered and Norse gods. Yay!
All right. And with that said, I am Toby Mobius.
I'm Joshua M.
And I'm Kittyhawk.
And this has been the MSTieCast. Thank you for listening. Play us out, Neil.
It stinks!
I'm going to do a quick sweep for questions
Okay.
on Tumblr and Twitter.
Okay.
Because I didn't get any before, but I can never be too sure, because that happened with the when we interviewed CR. I got a bunch on Twitter, and I was like, I wasn't informed of these.
No.
I'll check too. Maybe it's.
I told a lot of people. I hope they got around to it.
Well, they probably did. It just takes. For some reason, it doesn't inform me when we get questions, and I don't know why. It used to, but
Yeah. Okay. What's that one that? Okay.
I'll know it if you tell me.
Yeah. I'm looking. Okay. There we go. Oh man, this is hard because there's so many good ones. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah. What was that one with the? Oh man, yeah. That's it. Okay. Oh mama.
all right, nothing in the email, so
No.
check Twitter. And I didn't get anything on Tumblr, but I never get anything on Tumblr, so
I'm not getting anything on Facebook.
Stop.
we'll try Twitter, because Twitter is where we usually get them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Where is it? No, it's not the one. Oh man.
Okay, log out
Oh,
personal account.
That one's good, but I don't know about that one.
And-
Oh man, I love that one.
Yeah, it's fun to like just go through the episode list. It's like, I love that one.
And it's like, god damn, how do I narrow it down?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, God, okay. Okay, what's the one where they sing, like, the nonsense song and then they go, it stinks?
Oh, that's Pod People.
Okay, that's it. All right.
That's actually the theme song we use for the show.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You won't hear
It's
it. You won't hear it unless you listen, but yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, that's such a catchy tune. With the pickle mind, we kick the nipple beer, steady as we go, flying over track, ghetto down the highway. Wait,
Does
ghetto
anyone-
down the highway at the speed of light.
All I want to feel is the wind in my eyes, which I think that's the actual lyric
I think that is, yeah.
of the
Bunkers in my
actual
pocket.
movie.
The sister's ready to go. Hear the engines roll now. Idiot control now. Idiot's control now. Minnie on the road now. Minnie in control. Wheels on fire. Burning rubber tires.
He's good. No.
You are good, man.
I had to look up the
best.
lyrics.
No, okay.
I have
The internet, it ruins everything.
I know.
I have
But
them all
I'm too
memorized.
honest to be sneaky.
No, it's fine. I'm using the internet as well. Okay, I got the 5. All right, cool.
Well, we're all using the internet because
Yeah.
talking.
I'm not.
No, I thought it was magic.
It's
I'm
a
not-
magic internet.
Oh, okay, magic internet. Fine. All right, my brain is back to normal.
It stinks. I want Frank's "I'm a Virgin" shirt.
You can probably find that. I'm sure that.
I could probably make it just like out of iron-on transfer
I
or
could look
something,
at that
or
up.
just get like a marker.
Let's see here. I think I've seen that shirt. Yeah, I think you could make that.
Just dye my hair
I think
gray
it
and
was-
go to a con as that.
There you go.
This is gonna sound crazy, but I'm pretty sure that was trademarked in the movie. Like, there's a little copyright insignia, which means that somebody owns the rights to that T-shirt design.
What?
It looks like the same guy who designed Frankie Says Relax.
Yeah, it was made around that time, so it may very well have been in that. vein.
Is it the one that says "I'm a virgin"? This is a very old shirt.
Well, I don't know what the back says of it.
Okay, because like there's many versions of this.
It's white with
It looks like impact font, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Weird. So someone trademarked that. Because I am like looking at a billion versions of that.
Yeah, I googled it myself.
A gabillion. There we go.
Oh, there's actually one picture, and the guy kind of looks like Frank, sort of.
Does anyone have a screenshot of the doughy gay guy wearing the "I'm a Virgin" shirt? Someone asking that.
Of the doughy gay guy.
he did. Yeah, he was doughy.
Yeah, like, okay, he's doughy and he's all right, whatever.
From Pod People, anyway. That guy.
Yeah, yeah.
That movie.
I might stick this into the episode, like, as, like, sort of, like, after the end theme song, just to see if anyone's still listening.
Random?
Outtakes. Sort of.
Oh, poop.
Oh, poopy.